Back at it again. Class is in session. We're going to talk about your sexual energy. Getting right into this, click the thumbs up button and subscribe and join this community because we got a lot of conscious information coming in. I'm flooding this website with videos multiple times a week now. You hear them cicadas in the background? They're telling you to subscribe. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into how to utilize your sexual energy for all that it's actually worth. Let me first explain to you what sexual energy really is and what it's about. Sexual energy is the force that drives the entire universe. For example, you ever hear somebody say, women make the world go round, or maybe pussy make the world go round, or something like that? Because, of course, a man's drive comes from being able to please or get pleasure from, usually both, from the feminine. So we're the masculine. We want to get a lot of money and we want to get cars and be able to provide for whom? Provide for the women. Because of course they're the ones who are able to give life in this realm. Okay, so that being said, whenever you finally do get the opportunity to have sex with a woman, you better know how to utilize that energy for all it's worth, because she's got a lot of energy and she's a walking, talking portal. Walking, talking portal, for real, for real. So you want to really get up in there and do your thing, you dig what I'm saying? Alright, now this isn't a video being all erotic and pornographic and talk about how to have sex. It's about how to utilize your energy. So let's keep it on a higher level of comprehension, alright? So clearly this website, or should I say this page and this channel is more about metaphysics than anything. So we're talking about how to utilize the energies not only from this realm, but getting it to activate from the higher realms and bringing it down into this realm so that your sexual energy is more intelligent and you can manifest whatever it is that you desire into this realm. All right, so this is not just me talking to men. This is me talking about a couple, a man and a woman specifically, on how to utilize the sexual energy. Now, it doesn't have to just be a sexual interaction between the man and the woman, but that's what I'm most familiar with. So this is what we're going to talk about, all right? Okay, so whenever somebody is utilizing their sexual energy with a partner, they're going to have to circulate that energy with their partner, throughout their partner. There are ways to do this as an individual also, so stay tuned with this, stay with me, because even if you just want to do this by yourself, I'm going to put you on to some ways you can utilize it by yourself also. So, you're having sex, right? You finally get into the sexual situation. First of all, you should already have an intention as far as what it is that you want to create within your mind. You're not supposed to simply be having sex just because it feels good. That's a low vibrational mentality. That is you resonating from your lower chakras, and that's not very wise of you. When you are aware of just how significant your sexual energy is, you're going to utilize it for a lot more than just feeling that orgasm and that's it. Okay? Because if you do it that way, you're going to feel really drained afterwards. And I'm sure everybody can relate to that moment where you get done and you're like, whew, I'm exhausted. That's how you know you spent it. And you didn't circulate that energy, because that energy is supposed to be a cycle. It's supposed to go out and back in. It's supposed to be a karma loop. Okay, it's supposed to be a loop. All right, now, if you're getting into this situation with this person and they're conscious, it definitely helps. So if you and your partner really want to utilize your sexual energy for all that is worth, you need to go sit down and do a meditation first. You guys need to, or you two need to make sure you're on the same page when you're talking about what your intention is going to be. So you should think about, what are we going to create? So let me just give you an example. If me and my woman want to make sure we're utilizing our energy for all that it's worth, we're going to sit down, we're going to do a meditation, we're going to breathe together, okay? Make sure we're on the same frequency. We inhale and exhale at the same time. Hold hands, gaze into each other's eyes, and make sure that we're on the same frequency, okay? While you're visualizing, or not visualizing, but while you're gazing into this person's eyes, you need to make sure you're absolutely in the present moment. Do not think about all this other stuff. It just needs to be you and the connection that you feel with that person and what it is that y'all are getting ready to create, okay? So if, for example, you just got to pay rent and y'all ain't got no rent money, Y'all need to combine y'all sexual energy so that y'all can get that junk done. It'll come. It'll definitely come when you're doing things properly. All right. So you sit down, do the breathing exercises first. Simply inhale, exhale. Now, when you're breathing, it's not as simple as just breathing in and breathing out together. You need to breathe in as the man. You breathe in through your nose, though. Breathe in through your nose. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Visualize the energy coming down. The air is coming in, going down, and then visualize the air coming out through your sexual organs. Whoa, somebody got something going on. You push that out through your lower organs. You visualize that same energy that you just cultivated from out here, visualize it coming out and going into your woman. Mind you, you're supposed to be sitting right in front of each other with your legs open. You're pushing that out into her. That's the masculine part. The feminine energy would be the female is visualizing, inhaling, or taking in the energy that you're pushing out. So when you're exhaling as the man, the woman is inhaling. So it'll be a cycle. So as she inhales, she brings it from the lower and brings it upward. She visualizes that energy that you just sent out to her. She visualizes it coming up her spine and then coming out through her crown chakra or her third eye or anything that has to do with the throat chakra up. It's just the whole process is just about using your higher chakras. Okay, so y'all are breathing. Do that, I don't know, 9 to 18 times. Once you have got that cycle going and y'all are on the same rhythm, y'all's heart rates are going to synchronize. Your brain waves are going to synchronize. And it'll be a lot more easy for you all to comprehend each other and feel each other better so that when you do go into having sexual intercourse, it'll go a lot more smoothly and you guys will have a lot more magical sex. So when you're going into it, right, now y'all done the meditation, y'all already got y'all mind on whatever intention it is. You should have visualized a symbol to represent whatever it is that you want to create. So if you know you need rent money, you need to visualize something like the rent receipt or something coming across that says paid. So come up with some kind of sigil or symbol in order to visualize, because that's a lot easier than you saying rent money, because, well, you want to make it as simple as possible. Symbols go a long way in the metaphysical, okay? So the whole time you're having sex, you're being mindful and being present. You don't put your mind on the rent money the entire time. It's supposed to be about being in the present. But the thing is, when it's time for orgasm, that's when you put your mind right here. You're visualizing specifically that symbol that represents you having your rent paid, or whatever it is that you two need to create together. All right, that is a quick way of me explaining the process on how you guys can utilize your sexual energy for all that is worth. Now, I could go into much greater detail about this, but this is for the sake of brevity. I'm keeping this as simple as possible. Of course, this is not the only way to do things. There's always multiple other ways, and Sexual Alchemy is a book that I definitely recommend. I can't remember the author right now, but look up the PDF for Sexual Alchemy. That book is amazing. All right, so now that we talked about how to do it as a couple, we're going to talk about how to do it as an individual. So you want to utilize your sexual energy in order to create something just for yourself. All right? No, we're not talking about masturbation. No, it's not that thing. Now, of course, you can light some candles, romance yourself, and you can masturbate in front of some candles and get whatever it is that you desire. But a lot of the time, people are not specifically focusing their energy in the right direction. Because at that point of orgasm, you're not supposed to just send it outward. You're supposed to visualize it cycling back in and throughout you and your partner when you have a partner. But if it's just you by yourself, this is how it should go. This is what I recommend. So you sit down on the earth, all right? Booty naked if you can. Be naked. Or if you can't be naked, have as thin a clothes on as possible. And at least be shirtless. Or, put on a bra or something if you're a woman. Whatever it takes. So you're going to sit there and you're just going to breathe. Visualize whatever it is that you desire. Okay, you have your mind on that. Now, forget that for a minute and focus entirely on a sexual situation that arouses you to the highest level of arousement possible, right? So basically, what you're doing is you're programming your subconscious to think you're in a sexual situation even though you're not. So you're going to sit down on the earth and all of a sudden you're going to arouse yourself with your thoughts. That sexual energy is going to get pumping through you. It would help if you have a point of reference that was actually like a good experience that you had, but you can also just visualize something that isn't real. It's just, I would personally do it with some kind of experience that I already have, because it's more easy to relate to it because I actually experienced it. All right. So if you're sitting there by yourself, you can take some breaths, calm your mind down, and then you're visualizing the sexual situation you're in. All right. You do that for long enough, you're going to get aroused. Once you do have that arousal, you can go two ways here. You can either start to touch yourself, which is entirely unnecessary. You don't have to. All you got to do is sit there, focus on that for a little while, keep the breathing going. And some people, when you get really good at this whole meditation thing, you can literally get yourself to the point of orgasm just by your thoughts. Mind you, orgasm and ejaculation are not the same thing. So if you didn't know that now. Because you can have an orgasm and not release any fluids. All right. So that being said, you got to practice that in order to get to this point. All right. Now, sitting down, visualizing, boom, you are aroused and you're getting that symbol in your mind's eye of whatever it is that it represents, what it is that you want to create. All right. So you can do that by not touching yourself. But if you're touching yourself, just make sure that you're keeping your mind on your intention. Keep your mind on that intention the whole time. Once you do have that arousal of the situation that you made up in your mind, you don't have to keep your mind on that. When you're with a partner, it's a little different. But when you're by yourself, you need to have your mind on the symbol more than anything else, because you don't have access to as much energy, so you're going to have to focus more of your attention on the symbol of whatever it is that you're wanting to create. Because you don't have access to both the masculine and the feminine when it comes to two beings merging together, you're going to have to do double the work in one category, being focusing your energy on the sign or the sigil. All right, let's make sure that makes sense. Just to recap real quick, if you're with a partner, y'all have a conversation about what you want to create together. Both of y'all meditate together, have sex. At the point of orgasm, of course, you need to see if you can schedule, quote unquote, schedule the orgasm so that you have it at the same time, because that's where the major explosion happens. When that orgasm happens, even if you don't orgasm together, it takes some practice. It takes a lot of practice. But whenever that energy goes outward, you need to visualize it coming back. You ever seen the symbol of the ankh? How it has the loop at the top? All right, visualize yourself as an ankh. You have a loop up here, and then it's the cross right here. Visualize yourself as a symbol, something like that, and or visualize the energy circulating this way through you and your partner. Okay? That is the simplest way that I can explain this. I'll go into a lot more videos about the sexual energy and all the stuff you can do with it, but this is just video number 1 of many to come. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you click that thumbs up button to help me with the YouTube algorithm so we can get more people to see this content. And until next time, you all have a great one.